known to be quite vexing. I'm just forewarning you. Hey everybody, welcome to another day of 13 Days of Horror. Today I have, of course, as you can see, doing Harley Quinn from the Suicide Squad. It is a very simple look achieved with ordinary everyday makeup products, no SFX required. So if you want to see how I did this look, then please keep on watching. Okay, so let's get started. Excuse the overall already frightening appearance. I have put on my foundation first. I kind of didn't see the point of doing that on camera just because it's my ordinary foundation. Now in the picture Harley is very, very pale, even ghostly compared to me, even though I am also very pale. So I'm going to use the Makeup Revolution Ghost Powder and a powder brush just to apply this all over the face to give myself a nice sort of white complexion. However, she's not ghost whitened out. You can see that she hasn't got like that sort of face makeup, unlike the Joker, where you can tell that he's actually got like actual physical sort of face paint on. She actually doesn't look like that. She just looks very, very white. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to pop some down onto the neck as well, and then don't forget the ears. Never forget the ears. Although I'm not entirely sure that mine will be shown with the wig that I'm using, but still. I'm just going to take some on the little puff that comes with it, and I'm just going to pop that just around the eyebrows and eye area. And anywhere where I feel like I could just do with that extra bit of whiteness that it hasn't taken for a while. So a little bit around the nose. And I guess I'll also go a little bit on the chin. So that is done. I'm going to put some brows on, and I'm actually going to use black because her brows look very, very dark. And it's kind of like you want the stark contrast of the blonde hair and the really dark brows. So I'm just going to use this Freedom Brow Duo. Right, so this one is in Granite. And I got this really just for like when I'm doing like SFX makeup, really, because you've got a nice grey and a nice black in there. And they're really, really pigmented. And I'm going to use the Zoeva Brow Line Brush because it is the best brow brush ever. I don't think her brows are that dissimilar to mine. I don't think she's got like, I don't mean I've got the same brows as her, but I don't think she's got like really arched or really a specific like identifiable shape. So I'm just going to go over my own brows. Okay, so also while this is not strictly exactly just Halloween, because obviously it's not really a Halloween look, I think this is a look that a lot of people might choose to wear for Halloween because you can kind of bloody it up. And it's going to look very grungy by the end of this because you smudge it a lot. So I still think that it does have that kind of Halloween vibe to it. Right, okay, so let's get on and do some eyes. I'm just going to use a fluffy brush from Zoeva, and I'm just going to use a brown eyeshadow. I basically sat down, I've got all of my filming gear up, and then I couldn't reach back into my collection. So the thing that was at the nearest, because the new stuff tends to be nearer the front so I can kind of use it a lot, is the new Naked Ultimate Basics. If anybody's seen my video at the end, I'm kind of going, nub! Naked Ultimate Basics, because I can never remember the name of it. But we are going to go for this shadow here, but it is that one. So let's get that on. So that's just in the crease. She does look like she's got like that brown colour in the crease, even though she's got quite bright colours on the lids. So I have primed my eyes. I'm actually, before I do that very quickly, I am just going to pop some of this Ghost Powder on my lids, just because that'll give me a nice base to work on. Right, so taking that brown, I'm just going to pop that through the crease. And with this look, because it's quite a messy look, doesn't really matter, just high it on, and if it's a bit messy, all the better. And I guess this is just kind of adding some dimension in the crease and some kind of darkness, just so it's not like, it's a pretty look, but it's not meant to be super pretty. It's meant to have a dark edge to it. So I guess having that kind of more sunken in kind of darker crease. And this is actually a really lovely crease colour. I wore this the other day. It's really nice. So I'm going to use a flat shader brush. I have primed my eyelids and underneath my eyes where I'm going with these shadows, because these shadows can sometimes stain. It's the Urban Decay Electric palette. you could use any kind of pink or blue that you've got. I wanted things that were pretty much matte, and I couldn't really find anywhere else a matte pink and a matte blue, that kind of shade. I think that the Sleek Ultra Matte Brights might have a bright pink and bright blue in, but if you take a look at the Sleek collection, that you might find something there that has got those kind of bright colours. So I've taken the pink, so just all over the lid. Up into the crease a bit, keeping it fairly messy. I'm just going to pop it down there, and I'm just going to pull it down, but I'm going to use another brush to add a bit more and then kind of blend it, but just pulling it down like that is great. I really love this brush for, like, I use it for cream shadows, but it's really nice if you want to kind of pat a strong colour onto the lid and you don't want it kind of flying everywhere. It doesn't really matter so much. I mean, this colour here, which I think it's called Gonzo off the top of my head, this colour has a lot of fallout anyway. It's quite a dusty colour, but as it happens, that really doesn't matter. I've taken a rounder sort of blending brush. I want to go into the pink. And blend that down. Okay. Do the same with that. And I am going for quite a bright look here and quite messy. I want it to look very obviously Harley Quinn. So, grab that dust. It's a good job that it's a permanent palette, because I absolutely love that palette. See, the brows don't look so crazy now I've got the crazy eyes on. Definitely. Now I want to smudge around the eyes. I'm going to use the Rodial Smoky Eye Pen for this in black. This is really great because it's really very movable, and I want it to be, I want to be able to move it and smudge it. So we're going to do a thick black line here along the lash line. I'm going to go ahead and just go backwards and forwards quite a bit there, so I can take that and smudge that up. And make that very smudgy around the eye. I'm going to do my waterline because I prefer that. It would be up to yourself whether you wanted to do that. And then bringing it under and just giving it a bit of a smudge there as well. So. You don't have to keep it the same both eyes. Actually works better if you do it different on both eyes. I just think it just looks better. It just looks like you've actually, you know, you've sweated, you've cried, you've fought, you've been through a lot to end up looking like that. I'm going to quickly add a little bit of contour on. Just going to use this one from Sephora because it's a nice cool toned one. She doesn't look in the picture like she really has any blush on. She's like very much the pale kind of complexion, so I'm not going to bother with any blush, but she does look quite chiselled, and that's difficult for me with such a round face, so I definitely want to add in some shade in there and a little bit on the temples. Just to darken that up and shape that up. And then I'm just going to quickly go again in the dust powder with the ghost powder, that same brush. Go over the top of it just to soften it, make it actually look like it's me and part of the whole look. I'm going to put on some mascara. Such an easy look to do because it's a messy look, so you don't have to really be worried about being too precise. And then I'm just going to go back to the electric palette because I just think I'd quite like to add a bit more vibrance. I'm going to take some blue on my finger. and some pink. Like I said, it's all personal preference. The next thing is the lips. Now, on some pictures she looks like she's got really bright red lips. Sometimes it looks a bit darker. So I've kind of gone in between with MAC's Viva Glam 1. This is an amazing red. I'm not using liner because I'm going to smear this as well. This is just one of those kind of in the middle kind of reds. Not too bright, not too dark. Just smudge that a little bit. And now the really complicated to difficult part. I need to grab a black pencil, which I just realised I didn't have to hand, and I'm going to put on the little heart and the rotten as well. Okay, I'm going to use this Pixie one, which I got in the QVC Tilly box. I'm going to put the heart on first. It's under the pink eye and it's just around about here, so I have practiced and I find the easiest way to do this is to do a V. And then draw a circle. And then another circle. Now I'm just going to drag that down a bit. I kind of feel like everything else is kind of dragged down, so I want to do that to that. And then she's got rotten on the same side, and it's kind of down here. Now this is complicated because you're obviously writing back to front, so going to put a bit of powder over it. And that is the overall look. Of course, it doesn't really come together till you get the wig on. Now, the wig I actually got from eBay. I didn't get a wig that was in ponytails already. In the film, she actually has her hair down and up, and I actually want to be able to use this again in the future. I didn't just want a wig that would be for this one occasion, and that would be that. Because they were around between, for a good wig, they didn't look like really cheap. We were looking at about £10. I paid £16 for this one, but it's one that's actually down. So I've actually had to put the bunches in myself. So by the time I get it on, I'm going to have to probably play around with them. But it's a really nice quality wig. It's got the lace inside. So let's get it on, see how we go. Hi Finley. Finley always comes and says hello when I'm filming. Hi. I can't seem to film a video without my little friend. There he is. Finley. Looking at the photograph, hers are actually higher, but because I've, it's not a wig with the bunches already in it, I could take it higher, but I kind of want it to bring down over my ears and cover any of the little bits I might have peeking out at the side. So I've got a few like sort of bits sticking out. But other than that, that is it. I got the actual top from eBay. It says Daddy's Little Monster. This was only $7.99 and that was including postage. And I thought that was really good. It's not identical to the one in the film, obviously, but it's the same sort of idea. And then I'm doing an event where I'm face painting. This is the makeup I'm going to be wearing and the top. Just going to be wearing the top with some leggings. It'll be nice and comfortable. It'll be nice to kind of do face painting in. And it's $7.99 if anything happens to it. Well, whatever. But I'm going to be making like a little holster because I've got my guns. I just got these. I wanted some water pistols, but they didn't seem to have like red and blue. So these are little spud guns, but they're metal, so they're really quite nice. And I want to make like a holster so that they're kind of hanging by my side. because I didn't want to take a baseball bat because, you know, it's an event and children are going to be there, and I just didn't think that that would really look very good. Not that I would have got a real one, but there you go. Anyway, that is it. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. Yeah, it's all high street stuff, apart from the contour, but you could use any contour, so that's okay. But I really love how it's turned out, and yeah, I can't wait to wear this look again. I think the wig's really lovely. That's what it looks like. Such a high quality wig. And it looks really, really nice when it's all down as well. I might actually put some footage in at the end of the video with it down so that you can see what it looks like down. It's definitely something that I would wear again and use again. Not necessarily even as Harley Quinn. I just quite like wearing wigs every now and then, just for a bit of a change. So I just think it's a really pretty wig. And I like that I've got the option to take it down, because sometimes when you buy wigs and they're in bunches, because they've been like that for some time, it can actually cause the actual hair, the synthetic hair, to kind of kink, and then you can't get that out, and then you can't actually get it to go right when it hangs down. Whereas this one, I now can put it up, I can put it down, and I don't have to worry about that. So that's it for today, guys. Or should I say, that's it for today, Puddins. I really hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you're enjoying this series of 13 Days of Horror. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow for another tutorial. And that's it for today. So see you tomorrow, guys. Keep on screaming. Bye.